What's up, friends and foes? Welcome to Let's Get Nerdy. As always, I'm your host, Corey, here with the Daniel to my Fisk, the world's finest co-host, Wyatt. Tell them what we're doing today.
Today is Daredevil Born Again Season 2.
Oh, Wyatt, I'm blind. I don't know what I'm grabbing here. We're talking about...
Get away from me.
We're talking about Daredevil Born Again Season 2, our thoughts and prayers for it. We're going to start off, as always, with a little bit of non-spoiler thoughts. I will say it's been a week, so non-spoiler thoughts will be minimal before we really jump into everything. As always, Wyatt, I'll let you kick it off. Non-spoiler, what did you think about Daredevil Born Again Season 2?
So, what did I think about it? I liked it. I did. I don't think I loved it, though. I will be completely honest, and I'm gonna probably upset some people, and I kind of apologize. But I liked it. I really appreciate it. But I just didn't find myself like loving it. I loved a lot of. I guess I loved scenes. I loved characters and some aspects of it, but I never really found myself like engrossed with it or sucked into it like I did like season 1, 2, and 3. Season 1? You know, so...
Oh, of the season 1, 2, 3, the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that's my little package of how I felt about it initially, yeah.
That's really interesting you say that, because I will say I loved season 2. I think season 2 is, especially because I think season 2 is a considerable improvement over season 1. I think it is a lot more focused, and I actually do think the things that they have carried over, the character, what shines the most in this season are the characters that they have have brought over from season 1 and have continued to develop. I think those are the strongest part of this season. And I was really overall pleased, especially because I did like my first watch around. How many times have you watched it?
Just once.
Just the once?
Just once. Yeah.
I did go ahead when I knew we were going to film this. I like kind of marathoned it and got a second viewing in. And I will say the second viewing through is when a lot of it really clicked for me in a bigger way than I think my first viewing. I remember kind of when I first saw the finale, kind of feeling a little bit flat. But on my second view, having a lot higher feelings about it, especially kind of paying attention to the storylines that are coming over from season 1.
Okay.
So yeah, I liked it a lot more. I think if you liked season 1, I think you'll love season 2. And I think that's about as close as I can get without spoilery thoughts. So we'll probably jump into that. I guess what's the first thing your brain jumps to when you think of Daredevil season 2?
The very first thing that comes to mind,
sure.
I think would be Fisk, really.
Fisk.
I feel like it's a very Fisk-centric story.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great, because, Vincent D'Onofrio is fucking fantastic.
All time casting.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And this is like we were talking about the casting for Punisher in our last video, and I think this is one that I don't want to see him replaced as Kingpin.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I say something that I think people might view as a hot take? I don't think it's a hot take, but I think Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is on Heath Ledger levels of like the Heath level.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Yeah.
You know, something that I really picked up on this season around is with his like. I love the idea with Fisk that there is a betrayal within the portrayal where you will see like that deep voice that he's like, you know, my Vanessa.
Yeah.
Like that he's become iconic with. I love that, especially in this season, you see that is a front. That like his voice isn't that deep. Like obviously we know like Vincent D'Onofrio, his actual register, like interviews and stuff is much higher.
Right.
And I like that they use that because they will like. I'm thinking when like Vanessa wakes up in the hospital and he's like, where his like everything is gone and he's like, I just thought I was gonna lose you.
Yeah.
And then like immediately kind of puts that shield back up for like when the nurse enters the room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't say nice enough things about Vincent D'Onofrio playing Fisk.
Yeah, he's 10 out of 10, fantastic. And honestly, I think that scene in the hospital with, Vanessa once she wakes, or sorry, with Fisk once Vanessa wakes back up. That's probably my favorite scene of the whole show.
Yeah.
The whole season. I mean,
yeah.
It was so like just emotional and raw and like just so kind of unexpected for Fisk, I think, but it was delivered so well.
Perfectly.
And like just to see how vulnerable and emotional and just I just used the word raw, but just like how raw his emotions were and how open he was and how like caring he was for her, and like getting her like the drink that she wanted and like just to see how she kind of spiraled and like went through the memory loss aspect of it and stuff and just to see like even his facial expressions alone, I mean like everything about the scene was so good.
Even him like pushing through the logic of it, like he's already like when she says I want pineapple juice and he's like you don't like pineapple, like his brain is even like pushes through that of like like he recognized something's still wrong,
right,
but he doesn't care because he thinks he has his thing back. And when I actually the bit of acting that I picked up on from Vincent, it's actually between Charlie Cox and D'Onofrio. It's in the very like the finale when Matt's in the courtroom as the lawyer. He brings Fisk. There is so many facial structure like facial shifts between those two, where each time one of them is talking, you can see on their face them reading the other of like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Especially like you can see it when like Fisk first gets in there and he starts making these big grandiose speeches, and like you can see Murdoch listening and being like, what are you fucking trying to do here? And then like when Murdoch eventually like reveals that he's Daredevil, as he's going down that path, you can see Fisk doing the math of like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Of
like, are you about to take my trump card away from me? I thought I think those two together this season also were just incredible. Which I think this is like one of the few, because he wasn't in Kingpin was not in season 2 at all, right? Of like the original, maybe like a little bit, because he was in the prison scene. What am I talking about?
He was in the prison scene.
But I think other than season 2, this is like the least amount they actually interact within a season, for how heavily. Because they were only in a couple episodes together, right? Because there's a season where they attack, where he shows up in his house. And what I will say is like the expansion of their relationship is, I love the idea that you get such a feeling of like that Fisk and Matt, like they hate each other, but they also kind of like really respect the other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like a genuine, like there's like almost an intimacy between them of like they kind of know that nobody else knows the other as well as they know each other.
I mean, it's almost like it's not quite Batman and Joker, but it's like it's almost that level of like hero and villain. Like they're so intertwined and connected, and like they need each other, in a sense. And like I mean that as like from a creative standpoint, like those two characters just they bring out the best of each other, and I mean even the actors too. Their on screen chemistry is great, I almost found myself more intrigued with Fisk, throughout the whole show. Like when he was on screen, I was more engaged than I was when Matt was on screen.
I felt Matt's story was a really straightforward one for this season. First of all, if we're talking about Daredevil this season, let's talk about the coolest thing. That fucking suit.
The suit,
That suit is like we just talked about in our Punisher video that we recorded before this. How much we love, like how we're kind of annoyed with how like shy they are about giving these Netflix characters like comic book costumes. And this one is like the most comic booky they could get. We finally get the Daredevil double D's.
We did, finally.
And they look fucking awesome. And what's cool is they do kind of give an in-universe explanation of like he's wearing all black because he does need to hide because he is being constantly hunted. But he also wants, anytime he attacks Fisk, he wants Fisk to know who it was.
Right, yeah.
I do love that. I love how it is just his suit from last season painted over,
Yeah.
and that throughout the season the paint chips away.
That was cool as fuck.
There's just nothing cooler in comic books or video games or movies than like a battle damaged version of the character, you know. Yeah, I fucking love that suit.
The suit is great, and I like that we get the suit the whole season. It's not like we don't gotta, you know, there's not a jump around to like the black rags, like the sweatshirt or whatever, you know, like he's worn. I think in all 3 seasons of the Netflix show.
Season 2, he mainly had the red.
Did
costume.
he mainly? Okay,
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've watched that, but it was just it's cool that we got the suit the whole time.
Yes,
and we didn't have to wait or anything, you know. So
yeah.
What do we want to talk about now?
I'll start. I'll keep going.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1. And so in addition to Murdoch, like I will say this, like I think I kind of mentioned Murdoch and Daredevil having the most straightforward story of all of it, of like kind of him just, you know, running around saving people, trying to like get the, like I do love the fucking scene in that episode of like the prison breakout when we also get Swordsman Duquesne.
Oh yeah.
I love that courtroom scene. I actually, tangent, I love the inclusion of Duquesne just randomly bringing in Swordmaster of like and he is a central character for one episode, and then he's like, fuck this shit,
he's
I'm
out,
done, I'm too old for this. Which I love it because like that's we kind of mentioned that's such a like it is a very comic booky thing of reading a random comic book and you're like, what the fucking Swordmaster's here. Why? I love that, and kind of, but going back to it of like, out of Murdoch aside, I actually feel, Murdoch aside, I said this in the non-spoiler section where I feel like everybody brought over from the season 1 story, I think are improved upon and has done a lot more justice. Include like Karen, I think this is one of Karen's best seasons of the show. Yeah. I will be honest, Wyatt. I've not seen season 3 of the Netflix Daredevil.
This boy.
What? I will be honest. I got as far into the Netflix Marvel as I think season 1 of Luke Cage.
Okay.
I think there was something in like, I think it was season 1 of Iron Fist that I was like, all right, I'm gonna hop off here.
Oh god.
And then I tried to come back for Defenders, and the Defenders didn't work for me either.
It wasn't great.
I also have a weird. Okay, I'll do this now.
Okay.
I have a weird complaint about the Defenders that bothers me.
Okay.
Because the name, the Defenders.
Yeah.
Because if you read the comics, if you go back to like when the Defenders was joined, it was like a weird, cosmic, like supernatural team. If I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. It was Hulk, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, and Silver Surfer. Does that sound right?
I don't think Ghost Rider. I think it was Namor.
Was it Namor?
I think so.
I'm just gonna Google Defenders right now.
I could be wrong about that, but.
But regardless, it was like this weird sci-fi kind of horror element. So yeah, you're right. It was the original incarnation was led by Doctor Strange, included Hulk, Namor, and Silver Surfer, all the way back in 1971. I didn't know that went back that far.
Yeah, it's an old team.
Yeah, but they then use that for this Earth-based. Street level crime team, and you know, my beef with that is Marvel has a street level crime fighting team, the New Warriors.
The New Warriors,
like that's their whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So and like it's not like that's a less cool name than the Defenders. They're both kind of dumb names, if we're being honest. So.
I would love to see a New Warriors show or movie or something. That would be sweet.
I'm saying that should have been the New Warriors show.
It should have been,
because you know what? I would love to see a Defender show. I would love if we got Namor, Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Doctor Strange all doing like space fucking weirdness. I would love that.
I mean, that would be cool.
But alas, we're probably not going to get that, and that's fine. But getting back to the matter hand, yeah, I think Karen Page, from what I've seen, this is one of her better seasons. I love her. I feel like she's almost the one a little bit more calling the shots, and like
Oh, over Matt.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You know, or I think it like keeps going back and forth. I love the I love how I say, like, they kind of start clashing in their ideologies, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where Karen starts saying some pretty crazy shit,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You're kind of sounding like Frank,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "He gets shit done," and that goes back to, we mentioned it in our Punisher video of like, there's a part of me that thinks Karen loves is a little bit more like, if Frank wasn't a serial killer, it'd be him over.
Oh
over
yeah.
Matt.
Oh yeah.
You know, not that Charlie Cox isn't a handsome guy with a great set of abs that they show off so much in this fucking season.
That they do.
I've
yeah.
never seen a dude get up emaciated and wet so much. You know, but I will say another thing I do like, as I feel like this is the first season where they actually get to be just a straight up couple.
Yeah.
That there's not some shit happening, you know. I really did enjoy that, and I actually felt like there was this moment where, like, it felt to me like they almost preferred being in this fucked up situation together than if they were just like hanging out.
Right. I think they're so used to being in the chaos these days, you know, at this point, you know, in the story. So
yeah,
kind of makes sense. But you mentioned characters brought over from season 1 and stuff. Born Again, season 1.
Yeah.
Fucking Daniel, dude. Daniel and Buck, those two. Oh my god.
Man. Well, so you know who the actor, like, who his dad is, right?
From The Sopranos.
Yeah, from Sopranos.
Yeah.
And dude, he like such good. Sorry. I don't even know where to start, because like that was a character in season 1 that I was like, all right, this dude can get the fuck off my screen.
That's the same way I felt too.
And this whole season, what I love, and like there is still a bit of that, right? When like you can tell he is kind of actively being like, hey, you know, like, this shit sucks, but I got a fucking high rise out of it.
Yeah.
You know, this shit sucks, but I'm somebody who's important now, and I wasn't before. I will also say, Daniel has the most relatable scene I've ever seen in a show, ever. Do you think you know what I'm talking about?
I do not know.
It is the scene when Buck walks in on him in his office, and he is chowing down
the
hot dog.
Yeah.
And the way he leans back in his chair, and like, the visual euphoria he's going through while eating that hot dog. I have never been more like, my fucking man. You're God, like, yes. You know how many times I've been in a Sam's Club or a Costco or a Walmart parking lot after grocery shopping doing the exact same thing? Absolutely.
And then he gets Buck to eat the fucking hot dog too.
Buck is like,
it's not bad.
You're not wrong, dude. And you know, I love that scene too, where he's like, you think I want to be like eating shrimp and shitting myself when talking to senators? No. And like, what I love that also just communicates to how much Daniel has picked up on playing like the political game.
Yeah.
Where it almost seems like throughout this, like, he would be a better politician, but he's being made into a crony.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of my highlights of the season.
Goddamn, sorry, I kicked the camera. So, random question. Do you think they're leading up to the Rose being a villain in season 3?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
So, what's funny is, because he's dead.
Daniel's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thought was he was going to be the Rose in season 3, or he was going to be something of that. But from what I understand, the actor who plays Buck and like the showrunner for Born Again kind of agreed that Buck didn't really have enough character growth in this season to not kill Daniel. Like, there's nothing in the season to show that he wouldn't kill Daniel.
Yeah.
So they so I guess they had filmed it that he didn't die, and in post were like, he's dead.
Yeah, which makes sense, because I mean, he started to maybe stray away from that life and Fisk and stuff, but I don't think he strayed far enough away to have not killed Daniel.
Right.
Even though he obviously had some affection for Daniel and like kind of took him under his wing a little bit.
Yeah, I think he recognized that like Daniel, for better or worse, probably just was not cut out for that world.
Yeah.
Like he, just like a touch too naive and like good-hearted, even if he doesn't want to be.
Yeah, and he gave him the whole like, we're gonna drive out in the middle of nowhere, and
which
gonna get
that
a
was
shovel
like
and
that was like borderline shot for shot a Sopranos episode.
Was it?
Yeah, there's a Sopranos episode where not James Gandolfini, but like one of the characters is driving somebody out in the woods to kill her, and it's like kind of like really like exact shot for shots in a lot of ways. So like that's what a lot of people kind of picked up on there.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And I thought, and in that turn, I actually love how kind of unlikable they made BB about it.
Oh yeah.
Of like being a little bit more egregious of like, oh, she's just actively like fucking this guy over.
Yeah.
Even though like objectively she's kind of doing the good thing because she's like trying to rat out Fisk and she's trying to like you know, but she's also like she got her friend killed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think she like intended to, or like I don't think she did it maliciously, but she didn't not.
I don't think either of them understood.
Exactly. Yeah, she was naive of it, I think.
Yeah. I think they both were because like you got I think I think they're both like.
What, like
20?
22? Something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
like out of college, like
yeah.
And I think they both, neither of them understood the world that they were getting into.
Yeah.
It's very similar to, Foggy, Matt, and Karen in season one. Which
in season one.
Karen didn't. She got a boyfriend killed. That's what she didn't actually want to get into this world. And like BB's uncle Ben. Like,
I think BB is a really interesting character too, and I'm excited to see where her character goes. So. Speaking of characters like kind of coming back and stuff, like Jessica Jones coming back, that was one of the highlights of the season for me.
Yeah.
Just because I really enjoyed her show and I love Kristen Ritter, so I thought that was awesome. I wish there was more of Jessica though, because there was so little of it.
I will be honest.
Yes.
That is where that's one of the part of the shows that parts of this season that I bumped into, because whenever her scenes came up, it felt so kind of a little bit just disjointed, and it felt like what it felt like was they were like halfway through either pre-production or they had just started filming, and they went, by the way, we got the Kristen Ritter deal. She's back. We got to film these scenes too.
Yeah.
And that's the last part of like how the last holdover of season one feeling disjointed. Of like I feel like that's the last holdover of that, and I actually like it didn't ruin or affect my enjoyment of the season overall. I still loved the season, and it makes me look forward to, because I think if it follows the trend of a lot that I didn't like about season one was improved upon in season two. Jessica Jones is gonna be fucking awesome in season 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, like I did think that initial action scene obviously was cool, of her like beating up all the dudes outside of her house.
Oh yeah.
And like her kid playing with
the flashbang or whatever it was.
Yeah. What do you think of Matthew Lillard's character? So what did you think about Matthew Lillard's character overall?
So it wasn't. I didn't know what to expect with it, I guess, and it wasn't what I had envisioned in my mind. Hearing about him being in the show, I didn't. I guess I didn't love the character itself, but I love Matthew Lillard. I mean, I just enjoy him in anything that he's in. So that was exciting in and of itself to see him in there. And the character I thought was fun. I didn't dislike it. It just, I guess I was hoping for something different, maybe. I thought he was going to play more of like a muse villain or something like that. Of that. I don't know if caliber is the right word, but that level of character or something,
Yeah.
But I'm happy he's in it. I think it's interesting. It's cool that he's here.
Yeah. His character. So I loved all of his scenes, even if like I don't feel like it added too much to the overall season.
Yeah.
I love that he was this scene. Like, what I loved about it was like he was this character coming in, acting like he was the fucking man, that he was in control of everything.
Oh yeah.
And kind of slowly kept getting proven wrong.
Yeah.
There. Like I just loved the idea of like that. was it episode 1 or 2 that he was introduced?
I don't quite remember.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily matter. But like, just his like audacity and like, oh fucking, my favorite line that he says the whole season. He's like, I don't know what a lieutenant governor is, Frank. It's so fucking, and like the way that when he first enters that like the office, the way that Fisk is like, oh fuck, this guy, is so great, and just again that like, well, I don't know what a lieutenant governor actually is, so excuse me, but like, and that reads to me, especially how where his character ends up at the end of the season, reads to me as like almost like I don't necessarily want to criticize it now, being like, what was this even for? Because I feel like we'll find out.
I do feel like there is definitely more to come down the pipeline with him. So I'm interested to see that also. So I don't want to, like you said, I don't want to like prematurely judge it. You know? I feel like this grouping of characters in these stories, they're so drawn out. Like you need to see the whole thing to fruition to really see the big picture of everything. You know. Yeah. So it's easy to, I think, draw criticisms maybe right now of like little things here and there, but without seeing the whole picture, you know. Yeah. I don't know. Luke Cage is back.
Luke Cage is back at the very end.
Yeah, at the very end. I just feel like we're on this, like, this character's back. This character's back.
This character,
I'm excited about that. I know his show wasn't the most popular, but I liked it a lot.
I really liked season 1, especially.
Yeah, I loved it.
Mahershala Ali and everything. Yeah, I thought that was one of the better, like, Netflix shows.
It was. I love it. I like season 2 also. Not as much as season 1, but I liked it, and I think Michael Coulter is great as Luke Cage. Okay. So that's exciting. One character that, I'll be honest, I wasn't really that big of a fan of, Bullseye. Didn't really love it.
That's so interesting.
Didn't really love it.
Because some of his stuff he did this season is among my favorite.
Really?
And particularly, like, I love not that first episode, the episode where it opens on him doing his, like, daily routine.
That was cool. I did,
And I picked up something, so, like, specifically that episode I loved, and especially that action scene, but, like, something I picked up on, it's William Bethel, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Bethel,
the guy who plays him, like, I picked up on this idea where there's 3 ways that I see that it's portrayed, and I don't know which one's which, and I think I love that, is when he interacts with his neighbor while he's feeding the cat the egg, and he's interacting with the lady at the counter who's, like, serves him the shake. I can't tell if he thinks he's being charming with these people and they're making him incredibly uncomfortable, because like even like his neighbor is still a bit like, all right, you know, and the lady at the counter is like, you know, like, oh, okay, dude, you're being fucking weird. And I can't tell if he doesn't realize he's creeping people out, or he knows he's being creepy to these people. You know, and he is like gets off on it. Like, he almost is like, you know, he knows he's making them uncomfortable, or he's amused that at any moment he knows he could fucking kill this person, and he's not right now, and that they probably don't know that.
I think it could be a little bit of all of that.
3? Yeah.
Because I think he's such like a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Like, he got a few screws loose, obviously. Yeah. You know, his character is really interesting, and I'm so torn, because when I say I didn't enjoy it, it's not that I didn't enjoy the performance. I think he's a great actor, and there's just something about it that I don't love, you know, and I don't quite know what it is enough to describe it, but like, it's just not, something's just not quite right there for me, you know. I don't know if it's the costume, like, not being like, because I'll admit that's one thing that does bother me, is I fucking hate his costume.
Yeah, because it's not the fucking,
it's not a
Bullseye costume.
That one kept, like, I don't know, especially the mask. I think that's I can't stand.
What annoys me is, like, it's almost there.
It's so
It's
close.
like you just edit a few different things. You know, I almost feel like if you gave his costume the framing, and they might do this if like he ends up joining the Thunderbolts or anything like that, which I think would be awesome if he does.
That would be cool. Yeah,
because he does in the comics.
He does. Yeah.
Like they gave him like the frame or the silhouette of the 2012 Captain America costume from the Avengers, like but
maybe.
bullseyed out.
Yeah, maybe.
And like maybe just like not necessarily like the weird neck shit that ruined that 2012 Avengers Captain America costume, but like kind of something along that line of just like, because I also think his character would find it oddly, I don't know, like find it amusing.
I think he would find it amusing.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get that costume. We're gonna get the Bullseye costume. You know, it's just gonna take fucking 8 years to get there. Is what it feels like.
I think the next project he's in, we get it.
And I think so. I think season 3, if he's in season 3, we'll probably get it.
Well, I'm saying that because I think I don't know if he'll be in season 3, but I think he'll be in. My prediction is we see him in Thunderbolts before we see him in season 3. If we do it, I don't know if they're doing it, but like I think we see him involved with that team somehow before we see him in season 3, just because that's where he's going with Matthew Little's character.
Yeah,
and
true.
He's in contact with what's her name?
I can't think of her name.
I want to say Madam Hydra because I think that's her comic book, right?
What the hell is her name?
Dufayne?
Yeah.
Duquesne? No, that's
the
swordsman.
Sword, whatever the fuck. She has such a weird long name. It's
DeFontaine, right?
No, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's close to
Duquesne.
Yeah. Good lord.
Some people have similar names, Light. It's okay.
They do. There's just two very uniquely similar names.
Yeah.
Well, and I think like another thing that like I don't know why I'm shitting on Bullseye. I think another thing that like I just don't enjoy, I guess, is like that. I don't know why, but like he just fucking throws like anything and everything, and is just able to kill someone with fucking anything he throws. Like his tooth, he spits out of his mouth and fucking kills somebody with it.
I mean, why? It's in his name.
I know, but like, I don't know.
I don't disagree.
I just did not. I don't know. Like I said, I don't quite know what. I don't know how to pinpoint like what I don't like about it.
Yeah, just something that you bump into.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And like I said, I will say like after that initial episode where he like fucks up the diner, and stuff like that, I do think his usage goes a little bit down and it's not as compelling. I do like that Karen's like, no, we should just fucking kill him.
But that does make it an interesting battle dynamic between her and Matt, and then Matt and Bullseye. You know, I mean, that's a really interesting story triangle, I guess.
Well, and that's undeniably one of the more compelling sequences that involves Matt. Outside of that, like that prison fight, is the like going through that church with him, and being like, "Fuck, I can't leave him. Goddamn, I want to, but I can't."
Yeah,
you know. I think that was really good stuff.
It is. It's good stuff.
But I will say, going back to that, like that prison fight with Swordsman, what I really loved about that is like I feel like that is the best usage, or like that might be like my favorite Daredevil fight since maybe the hallway fight in season 1.
Damn.
Because like I don't think there will be a single fight scene with Daredevil that will ever top that hallway scene.
Not,
first time watching that is like I remember it. It's like seared into my brain.
It's
an
experience.
Him like but I love that one, and I love the use of Jack Duquesne. I think they did such a great job of like using him in that court scene. Him going back and forth with fucking Heather as she is just writing down like blatant lies, and he's just like, I know that what the fuck this is. You know, you're not, and even in the courtroom being like, it's a tribunal. This isn't a trial. Like I'm just, I'm an example.
Right.
You know.
No, yeah, he's a surprisingly fun character.
Yeah.
He showed up in Hawkeye and season 1 of. Was he in season 1?
He was, because he was one of the people that Fisk was trying to get like funding from.
That's right.
And that's why he ended up getting taken away.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot about the funding thing, but yeah. Was he in something else too, or is that it?
I mean, he was just in a lot of Hawkeye. Really, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
I can't remember if he was in anything. I don't think he was in anything else.
I was thinking he was in one of the movies, but I could be totally wrong about that too. But I don't know. You mentioned Heather, and that's another character that I just do not like.
I really liked her this season.
I just do not like her. I don't know. Again, I don't quite know why.
Sorry, you go first.
Okay, I can't like pinpoint one specific thing, but she's just one of those characters, as you phrase it. Like I just bumped into and don't enjoy. I guess the actress does a good job.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about her and her performance. It's just the character itself. I just didn't really. I didn't really enjoy. I guess
that, and I get that. I really liked like going back to that scene with Duquesne, like writing her notes. I like immediately knowing what she's doing.
Yeah,
such like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then like in the courtroom being like, oh, she was Karen Page was aggressive, and being like totally like
she's
misrepresenting.
Just so full of shit.
Yeah. And then have like the Muse imagery throughout, like leading her to being like Lady Muse.
Is that a character in the comics?
It is. It is.
Okay.
In the comics, it's a little bit more supernatural. Like the idea is that the Muse possesses somebody. But this one, obviously, it's either going a little bit more of the grounded route. And I thought it was really. I thought she was used the perfect amount, because like she just wouldn't be there for an episode or two. And then they would bring her back in some capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not knowing that like her there's a Lady Muse in the comics. I guess not knowing that I just kept thinking like, what are you doing with the mask? Throw the mask out. Get rid of the mask. I know it's like she's traumatized by it.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. But is there any other characters that we haven't talked about?
The only thing I can think of, I will say the storyline that I end up bumping into is the AVTF officers, primarily how it wraps up. I forget the dude's name, like the main one.
Yeah.
Let me find his name here.
I can't think of what his name is, but like the smug asshole.
Yeah, McCaffrey. No, that's Let me just look at the cast list.
I can picture his face, but
yeah.
I mean, that whole task force thing. Yeah, they're. It's interesting how they kind of took the Punisher skull a little bit, and it's not like super duper obvious, but like it's there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see, maybe we will down the road. I wanted to see Frank interact with them more and have to face that like that they're taking his imagery and using it. So
yeah, I agree. His name is Connor Powell, by the way.
Powell, yeah.
And it's not like I didn't like how it wrapped up.
It felt flat.
It felt flat because it didn't necessarily feel, with the other one's Cole North.
Okay.
That one didn't feel like it was established enough that that Cole was starting to have beef with what they were doing.
Yeah, it was just all of a sudden like.
Yeah, which like there was some scenes of like, are we serious? And like even just then when he was like having him try to shoot Cherry.
Yeah.
Or he's like, that dude's like that's a cop.
Yeah.
That you're wanting me to shoot So they did it somewhat. I just feel like it was so fast and awkward.
It was, yeah.
And I will be honest, I also kind of wasn't a huge fan of the imagery of like the kind of let's be honest, like the January 6th imagery of them storming the court and everything like that. Like I understand the plot behind it and all that, and it did lead to fucking Wilson Fisk going Kane at the Royal Rumble in 2001, just throwing people against the wall and shit. And so it led to a cool scene.
Oh my gosh.
And I actually do like how that scene progressed of like following like, you know, Matt and Jessica kicking ass, and then Fisk kicking ass, and then like Cherry kind of like looking around like, oh fuck, this is bad. This is bad. So I liked that plot of it.
I mean, I agree with that. Like they built a lot of good tension in that and stuff, and it just the way that like you said, they were kind of funneling towards each other in a sense, but like there was just like a wake of destruction.
Yeah.
But I was actually kind of, I guess I picked that too. Picked up on that too. That like there's some pretty realistic imagery to this season, you know, and it's I guess maybe it was a bit fatiguing, and that maybe that's part of why I wasn't totally vibing with it. Maybe
it kind of crossed the line from no longer being escapism, being like, oh, like if I want to see like cops abusing their power and then see people put in cages for no reason, I could turn on the news. And I don't disagree, and like you know, and like it is different enough from like you know. What's the fucking show? The Star Wars show that we really like. Andor. Like, it's enough of a different universe that there's some escapism to it. Yeah.
But I mean, even like the the imagery for for Fisk's advertising, I guess, if you will. Like,
very Trumpian.
Oh, very much so. To a T.
Well, and then like the like showing how nice the ABTF officers are,
like on the like news reels or whatever they are.
And you know it reads of like, oh, we're gonna start calling them nice officers instead, like that, you know. But again, that's also kind of like comics have always been a form of like putting complex matters and uncomfortable matters and understandable reasons. You know, understandable language for dullers like myself.
And I mean it's a necessary way to approach these issues, I guess. You know?
Although I will say the showrunners have like we weren't doing that with this intention. Like we weren't trying to present it that way. And it's like, all right, no, you fucking were.
I don't know how they couldn't be.
All right, you know.
I feel like that's just a nicety to be like, no, it wasn't us.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence that all the people in cages are brown. You know. And so, like, and that is where I will say, like, I understand if you also kind of watch this and be like, it's not escapist enough that it's no longer enjoyable.
And I don't know, I feel bad saying that. I guess I feel bad saying that because, like, it's, like you said, it's a necessary conversation to have in comics and storytelling and art in general, where I've always been. It should be a way to allow people to, you know, I don't know what the right way to phrase it is, but, like, see these issues in maybe a different light that might get a message across to somebody else, or just a way to, you know, express frustration with things and whatnot, and just express, I don't know, just to deal with issues, I guess, in a way, and that's a good thing. And I guess maybe it is just, it was like almost, you know, you look out the window and it's one thing, and you turn the TV on and it's the same thing, just in a different costume, you know. So, but they did it good. If it was impactful enough for me to make that connection, I guess, you know, is what I'm trying to say. So
what I will kind of bringing it back to a lighter note.
That's a good idea.
To wrap it up. One thing I did love about Powell's like through line through not just now but also in season 1 is he keeps having to come to face with people that kicked his ass in public. Yeah. Because in the first season, it's Matt Murdock showing up in court and being like, "Hey, what's going on with those bruises?" Yeah. And like even when Matt revealed that he's Daredevil in the courtroom, being like, "The fucking blind lawyer that can fight, piece of shit." And then Jessica Jones walks in, and she does the like, "Sup? Yeah. What the fuck you gonna do, bitch?" Like I did think that was really, you know. I will say, like, yeah, for it not being like a satisfying wrap up to his story, which I doubt it's his wrap up. I think he'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back.
It is like funny to see him consistently eating crow, being like,
yeah,
oh fuck, all right, oh well. What else? I know there's like one more thing.
There's one more thing that I feel bad for just like kind of complaining a lot, but like Fisk, like it feels like he just got out so easy, which, I mean, I feel like at the same time though, Matt has such a good point about like we have to stop this. Like, we have to go and stop, or the city's gonna consume itself.
Well, and so like that's you're not wrong, and I'm sure that's how we'll see Fisk come back. Of like he can't be in New York, but he can be in fucking Madripoor.
Yeah, exactly.
He can do some shit. And so that's where I think, like, right now we see him on the, he's a man on an island, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Yep.
And I will say one thing: someone's got to take away fucking Kristen Ritter, Charlie Cox's phones, because they keep posting fucking selfies from season 3 and spoiling shit. Like, we were 5 episodes in and we were seeing Matt Murdock in a prison jumpsuit because they were taking selfies on set. I was like, come on, what the fuck are we doing here?
They're pulling a fucking they're pulling a Tom Holland.
Shit. Yeah, I'm like, who? I was like, do they not have like a PA to be like, hey, come on,
stop.
Put those away. What are we doing? And no, I will say I liked the twist when he was like, Matt was like, fuck it, I'm gonna, that's like, have you ever seen 8 Mile White?
Yes, I have actually. Yeah.
The part. It's like the part when he's like, I do live in a trailer with my mom.
Yeah.
I do.
Yep.
I feel like that's what Matt was doing when he's like, I am Daredevil.
Yeah.
I am a criminal. Like, I love that scene. I will say one scene. You haven't read it yet, but The Dark Knight Returns. There's a specific scene in there that reminds me of something that happens in here, when Fisk talks to Matt from like 2 rooms away when he does the like Murdoch.
Oh yeah,
that shit was so cool.
Yeah.
They do that in Dark Knight Returns in a really, really cool way.
Oh, okay.
I won't spoil what.
Okay.
For a 4-year-old comic, but I really like that. And yeah, I do like the twist, like, because I remember, like, I forget, it was like a run in, I want to say like 2012 where they did this with Matt, where they like revealed his identity. I forget how they wrapped that up. I'll be interested to see how they wrap this up, if they like do some kind of forget me now thing.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe we get Daredevil No Way Home and we get Ben Affleck and the dude from the 1980 Hulk movie.
There you go. Maybe it might happen. It just might.
And he'll be the Andrew Garfield where we're all like, man, he would be the best if his movies didn't suck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, and it was interesting because like as much as I wanted them to fight on the steps of that, or like the balcony of that courtroom or whatever, you know, like, and I wanted one more Kingpin and Daredevil fight, and like an intense fight, because he was just 5 minutes ago breaking someone's back across the pillar or the corner of that hallway. Like he was straight up murdering people.
He was like shoved the person's head in the Dude, no, fuck it. When he opened that door and went, boo!
Yeah, I know!
That shit was really...
That was so cool. That was so cool. But then, like, for there to be no, like, big fight between those two at the end, it kind of sucked, but at the same time, I also really did it. I did like how Matt was like, we fight and fight and fight and fight when we gotta stop. Yeah. For this to end, we have to stop and we have to go.
And I think the argument with that is... you already kind of compared the relationship of Fisk and Daredevil to Batman and Joker. Yeah. The other comparison is like the interest of those fights are never like Joker and Batman going at it. It's the chess game that is their battles, and I think it's the same thing for Fisk and Daredevil. I think obviously there's a little bit more physicality just because the Kingpin's a fucking thick ass dude. But I think the dueling ideologies and how they can move around each other is what is a little bit more compelling, and especially here, I will say the first time I saw that season finale when it was like, all right, so the solution is kumbaya. It didn't sit right, and it still isn't my favorite way they could have ended it. But I don't hate it either.
Yeah, I don't hate it. And at the beginning of this video, I said like I didn't love this season, and I don't think I do love it, but I think if I watch it again, and I do plan to, that I'll enjoy it more. Because I mean, as we're talking about it, like I think I like it more than I think I realized I did, Because there's a lot to appreciate, and like the performances are fantastic, and it's such a chess game.
Yeah,
and that's the whole, like, I mean, every season of Daredevil that we've had has been in some way a chess game, and this is no different, and that's it is really fun. So I do like it. I don't think I loved the season, but there was something else I was going to bring up, and I was trying to remember it the whole time I was going through a little spiel, and it didn't come back. So
okay. Well, I do have one last question for you, Wyatt.
Okay.
Does this motherfucker show up in Spider-Man?
I hope. I hope.
Yeah.
I bet so. I have a feeling he's going to. That was my point. That's what I was going to bring up. It was really, really, really cool to see Kingpin name drop in some fashion Spider-Man. Not name drop, but like to reference Spider-Man.
Well, he did that in the first season too.
Was it the first season?
Yeah, he said like we have men dressing up like or like swinging around. Like he mentioned like a spider.
Oh, I thought it was in this season.
I think he might have done it in this season as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I fucking hope they do.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite moments in my childhood ever was watching that original 90s cartoon and seeing Daredevil show up in that. That was my first time ever seeing Daredevil.
Same.
And I was like, this dude is the coolest fucking like character. I think there's an argument that Daredevil is the coolest looking comic book character ever.
I don't know if I say that.
He's in the conversation. He's like, I'm like, so if
he's cool.
If Spider-Man is like the S tier design, I would say Daredevil's A is like top of A tier. Will you at least give me his design? He looks as cool as Batman. You motherfucker!
I don't know because I feel like Batman's almost like he's almost the same level as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. But
I really do hope that he is in the Spider-Man movie, though, just because, like you said, that was my first introduction to Daredevil, and that's something I've wanted to see on like the big screen.
You know what I was kind of hoping when he was calling in Daredevil as a witness. What I was a little bit hoping for Spider-Man dressed up as Daredevil because they did that in the comic books, but then they're like, wow, Daredevil's 5'9" and British.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? That would have been pretty cool.
That would have been pretty cool, but also it wouldn't make sense because Matt Murdock wouldn't remember who Peter Parker is. There's several reasons. One last thing I want to actually shout out that I just remembered is they recreated one of the more iconic Daredevil comic book covers in this.
Did they?
Yes. It is when it was in that cage fight or like the prison fight when he gets the gun and smiles.
Oh, you're right. They did.
I was like, I saw that. I was like, ow! I like turned into like.
I didn't even make that connection until you said that, but you're right. Okay.
I was like, because I was like, my brain, because like I remember with that scene, I was like, did fucking Daredevil just shoot somebody? I rewind it, and I was like, oh shit, that's the fucking smiling gun. I thought that was such, and I haven't seen anybody else talking about it, so I just wanted to give it a shout out here. I guess with that, Wyatt, we've talked about season 2, Daredevil Born Again, for about an hour now.
Oh my god!
Has
it really been an hour?
It has been an hour.
Holy shit!
But I have no problem. Like I said, I've loved this season. I'm really excited for season 3. I'll tell you what, Wyatt, I might go back and give the rest of Netflix a chance.
I think you should.
As a streaming service, I might no.
As a streaming service,
because I will tell you. If I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever finished a complete Netflix series of the Marvel ones because I've never seen season 3. I don't think I've seen season 2 of Luke Cage. The only one I have is I've seen season 1 and 2 of Punisher. Because that's perfect television.
No, it is. It's perfect.
But yeah, so I'm really excited for the future. I really hope we see him in Spider-Man because I'm so ready to have Spider-Man and Daredevil on screen together.
Yeah.
And I hope someday we do get like the true red, like this, like I like it when Daredevil's a little bit shiny. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I hope we get that.
Yeah, like a bright red.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Can I also have a hot take before we wrap this up?
Yeah.
I know we've been here an hour and you got to get to work at like 5 in the morning.
not 5. Please God, not 5.
But I don't think Ben Affleck's costume is that bad. Everybody hates on it. I think it's a solid one. I think if you fix the I actually think that it has the same problems as the 2012 Avengers Captain America costume. If you get rid of that helmet, it's perfect.
It's
I don't know about perfect.
It's all right.
I don't know about perfect. What I like about it is it's like halfway between comic book. It's like stuck in the eras of comic book accurate costumes.
Yeah.
But also all leather X-Men costumes. And I actually do feel like so is the Netflix in like the Born Again suits up until this newest one. Of like they're all afraid to just be a comic book costume.
Oh, I agree. They are, and that's been such a common thing with superhero movies, and it seems like we are finally leaving that.
Yeah,
because it like Fantastic Four, Superman, the James Gunn Superman suit, the new Spider-Man suit. The new Punisher suit, if you will. You know, I mean, they're all much more comic accurate and vibrant and. Which is weird to say, vibrant and Punisher in the same phrase, but
it's not vibrant until we get the damn white gloves and boots.
You know, speaking of the '90s animated series, I want the blue Punisher suit from the animated series.
Okay,
the blue suit with the black gloves and
I'm down with that.
The gray trench coat.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Pretty sweet.
With that, Wyatt.
We out of here?
Yeah, you got to do the outro because my camera's down.
Oh God, I'm gonna fuck it up.
So tell these people what to comment. And watch them why they should subscribe. And call me an ambulance because I'm having a stroke over here, brother.
Everybody heard that, right? Yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. What's your favorite season of Daredevil? What'd you think of this season? What are you laughing at? I'm working over here. What'd you think of this season? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know. I'm Wyatt. This is Corey. I gotta go to bed, but before that, in the meantime, we gotta get back to nerding out. So
about Daredevil costumes.
Sure, Daredevil costumes. That'll do. Daredevil, no, Spider-Man and Daredevil fighting Kingpin. That's my hope to see one day. So
there you go.
All right. Thanks for watching. Hit the notification bell. Like, subscribe, all that stuff again.
I always forget to say the bell, so good job.
Hey, I did it. I did it good.